welcome back to the channel, you guys. Today is a beautifully chaotic Tuesday, and honestly, I am running on fumes and way too much iced coffee right now, but I just had to sit down and talk to you. The drama happening in Los Angeles right now is casting a massive shadow over everything, and I am losing my mind over these latest updates. So let's just dive right into the absolute madness that is Forrester Creations right now. And honestly, what did Ridge Forrester actually think was going to happen? A few episodes ago, we saw Ridge just unilaterally decide to promote Zende Forrester Domings to the lead designer of Hope for the future. He just did it. No consultation, no phone call, no text message to Hope Logan Spencer. Ridge just handed over the keys to the kingdom to Zende because Thomas Forrester is out of the country and Ridge needed a quick fix, and it just blows my mind. It really does, because Ridge always thinks he knows best, even when he is actively destroying his own company from the inside out. He just makes these sweeping decisions and expects everyone to bow down. But Hope found out. Of course she found out. And let me tell you, she was mad. Like, really, really mad? Hope is already dealing with so much right now. We all know she just officially defected to Logan. She launched Hope by Logan in that surprise ASAP fashion show that completely blindsided the Forresters and totally eclipsed Eric's haute couture event. She is already out the door. But hearing that Ridge just replaced her lead designer without even asking her, that was the final straw. That was the moment something inside Hope just completely snapped. And you have to look at the history here. Hope has never, ever had real creative control at Forrester Creations. Never. Think about it. When she wanted Deke Sharp to design for her, Steffy fired him. Steffy just fired him and forced Thomas back onto the line. Hope has always been a puppet for the Forresters. She was the face, she was the name, but Steffy and Ridge pulled all the strings. So, when Ridge appointed Zende without even a courtesy heads up, it just proved everything Hope has been saying all along. It validated her entire reason for leaving. She had no real power there. None. But Hope isn't just crying about it anymore. Oh no? The old Hope would have cried to Liam and maybe written a strongly worded email. This new Hope. The Hope who just got completely disowned by her own mother. The Hope who had a literal panic attack and collapsed unconscious on the floor of the Logan Gallery because Brooke evicted her from the cabin. Yeah, that Hope is gone. She is operating from a place of deep, unresolved trauma and pure, unadulterated corporate vengeance right now. She has nothing left to lose. Brooke kicked her out. Her family is shattered. So she is channeling all of that heartbreak into absolute ruthlessness. So Hope decides to retaliate. She decides to strike back at Ridge and Steffy in the most painful way possible. She sets up a secret meeting with Zende, under the table, very hush-hush. Like some kind of corporate spy movie. I don't even know where they met. Maybe some dark corner of Il Giardino, but she gets Zende alone. And this is where it gets so incredibly juicy. Now, Zende is already in a really weird headspace. He was just promoted to lead designer of HFTF, which should be the happiest moment of his life. But it's a hollow victory. It's completely hollow. Because Hope just abandoned the brand. Zende was devastated. He was literally just lashing out at Carter Walton in the CEO's office because he thought his promotion was ruined and the line was going to be permanently canceled. So when he sits down with Hope, he is probably defensive. He is probably angry at her for defecting and ruining his big moment. But Hope doesn't even blink. She just looks at him and drops the most insane, undeniable offer on the table. She offers him a spot at Logan, but not just any spot. She offers him absolute creative autonomy. Complete control. No Steffy breathing down his neck. No Ridge second-guessing his sketches. And the kicker? Triple the salary. Triple the salary. I mean, my jaw physically dropped when I read that. Where is Katie Logan getting this kind of money? Bill Spencer must be writing blank checks to destroy Forrester Creations, because triple the salary is just wild. And you know what? Zende starts to waver. Of course he does. Who wouldn't? But it's more than just the money for Zende. It's the respect. For years, Zende has been treated like a backup plan at Forrester. When Thomas is around, Zende gets pushed to the side. When Steffy is in a bad mood, Zen's designs get shelved. We all remember how frustrated he was when his entire collection for Hope for the Future was just gathering dust because Steffy refused to greenlight the line. He poured his heart and soul into those designs, and Steffy just locked them in a drawer. Hope reminds him of that. She probably looked him dead in the eye and said, "They don't respect you, Zende. They only use you when they have no other choice." And it's true. Maybe I'm being too harsh on the Forresters, but let's be real. They only promote non-Forresters when it suits their immediate needs. Zende is family, technically, but he's not Ridge's son. He's not Thomas. He will always be second best in that building. Hope knows exactly what buttons to push. She is manipulating him, yes, but she is using the absolute truth to do it. And Zende is sitting there, listening to this, realizing that she is 100% right. He is seriously considering jumping ship and joining the enemy. But then, because nothing in Los Angeles stays a secret for more than 5 minutes, Steffy finds out. I don't know how she found out. Maybe Charlie Weber was lurking around with his walkie-talkie and saw them meeting. Maybe Remy Price was creeping around and overheard something. But Steffy discovers this secret poaching attempt, and she goes absolutely nuclear. Steffy is already in full crisis management mode. The media is in a frenzy over Hope's move to Logan, and they are completely ignoring Eric's highly anticipated return to Haute Couture. Eric's show is in severe danger of becoming a massive financial flop because Logan hijacked all the press. Steffy is stressed. She is livid. She is plotting aggressive, cutthroat vengeance against the Hope by Logan brand. So when she finds out that Hope is now trying to steal her newly appointed lead designer, Steffy completely loses whatever tiny shred of sanity she had left. Steffy immediately orders a total lockdown on all communications. A communication lockdown? Like, what does that even mean in a fashion house? Is she confiscating people's cell phones? Is she monitoring their emails? Is she banning everyone from talking to anyone who works at Logan? It sounds so dictatorial. It sounds like she is running a maximum security prison instead of a design firm. But that is just how terrified Steffy is right now. She is terrified of losing control. And I can't with Steffy sometimes. I love her, okay, I really do, but the hypocrisy is just staggering. Steffy literally pushed Hope away. Steffy constantly belittled Hope's line. Steffy threatened to cancel HFTF multiple times. And now that Hope finally packed up her toys and went to a different sandbox, Steffy is acting like she is the victim of some massive, unprovoked crime. You can't treat an employee like garbage for years and then act shocked when a rival company treats them better. You just can't. But this isn't even just about Zende anymore. This is a full-blown proxy war. This is a massive power struggle between the two fashion houses. It's Forrester Creations versus Logan. It's legacy versus the new blood. Hope isn't just trying to hire a good designer. She is trying to make a statement. She wants to prove, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that without her, the Hope for the Future brand at Forrester is nothing but a soulless corpse, a dead brand, an empty shell. And honestly, she's right. What is Hope for the Future without Hope? It's just some fabric and a logo. The soul of that brand walked out the door the second Hope signed that contract with Katie Logan. If Zende leaves too, Forrester Creations has absolutely nothing left for that demographic. They will have to officially kill the line, which would be a massive public humiliation for Ridge and Steffy. It would prove that they failed. It would prove that hope was the magic ingredient all along. So now we are all just sitting here, holding our breath, waiting to see what Zende is going to do. Will he stay loyal to the family that constantly overlooks him? Or will he take the massive payday and the creative freedom at Logan? If I were Zende, I would be packing my desk right now. I really would. But Zende is a Forrester, and that family loyalty runs deep. Even when it's toxic, even when it hurts his career. And what about Steffy's lockdown, who actually believes this is going to end well? You can't force an employee to stay by cutting off their communication. That's just going to make Zende feel even more trapped and even more resentful. Steffy is playing right into Hope's hands by acting like a tyrant. Every time Steffy screams and issues a new ridiculous order, she just proves Hope's point. The fans on social media are completely divided on this. Half the people are cheering for Hope, calling her a boss and saying it's about time she stood up for herself. The other half are calling her a traitor and saying she is being vindictive and cruel to her family. And honestly, I kind of agree with both sides. I mean, changing my mind halfway through this rant, maybe Hope is going a little too far. Stealing Zende is definitely a low blow. But at the same time, I can't look away. It is such good television. It just feels like this storyline is finally giving Hope the edge she has been missing for years. She has always been the sweet, forgiving, naive girl who just wanted everyone to get along. Not anymore. This Hope is ruthless. This Hope plays dirty. And I am here for it. I am so here for it. I guess we will just have to wait and see if Zende actually signs the contract. If he does, the explosion at Forrester Creations is going to register on the Richter scale. Brooke is already unhinged, Ridge is furious, and Steffy is one bad day away from burning the whole building down. It is going to be absolute chaos. And you know, I will be right here, probably with another massive iced coffee, ready to break it all down for you guys. Let me know in the comments if you are Team Hope or Team Steffy in this corporate war, because I honestly can't decide today.